So back in the 2000s, I was going to an industry convention called NARM in San Diego. It was about a week before the convention. I heard that Paul McCartney was going to be in LA for the release of Run Devil Run album at the House of Blues. And in my mind, Paul McCartney was going to play at the House of Blues. So I called up my Capitol rep down there and I go, man, is there any way you can get me into this? So I took a train up from San Diego, went to the House of Blues show. I decided that I was going to be bold and bring a record with me, because you never know if the opportunity is going to arise. Well, I got to the House of Blues and it was packed. It was packed with people from the industry. One of the Everly brothers was there. I heard that Rod Stewart was in the audience. And it turned out that Paul wasn't going to play. He was going to play his new album for us all. And so he got up on the stage, he talked a little bit about the record, which was a really great Paul McCartney record. Had people on there like David Gilmour guesting on there. And he got up there and talked about it, and then the record started playing. My Capitol rep looked at me and goes, I don't know if we're going to get to meet Paul McCartney at this event, but stay close to me. You just never know. Probably about an hour later, she grabbed my wrist. She goes, come with me. And she pushes me up this little stairway. And I turn around and goes, are you not going? She goes, no, go. And I get up in this room. There's about 15 of us. They say, Paul's gonna come in and he's gonna say hi to you all. Want you to form a circle. Paul will get in the circle. He'll come around and say hi to you all. So we're waiting there. Paul gets in there. He starts going around the circle saying hi to everybody. And he gets to me and I pull out this record, introducing the Beatles. So this is the first Beatles album that came out in the United States. It came out on the BJ label. At the time, the Beatles couldn't get a contract with an American record company. Most of the American record companies at that time were pretty old-fashioned. They were looking for crooners and teen idols, and this new sound by this band called the Beatles just wasn't in the groove for them. So VJ Records picked it up, licensed it, put it out in the United States. But this particular album came up with a lot of different versions of the back cover. The front cover pretty much remained the same. The copy I have here is a plain copy with the song titles on the back, but many of them have advertisements on the back with other VJ records that are on there. Can't tell you how many different versions there are, but each version means something different monetarily, because some are worth more than others. This one's a plain one. It's an early copy, but it's probably unsigned. It's probably worth a couple $100. The other thing that happened about this record is it's one of the most bootleg records ever made. When I got into the record industry in 1972, there was these companies called cutout companies, and they carried records that had been cut out by the major labels, and they would take their overstock and sell it to the cutout companies for cheap, and they would sell it to us for cheap, and we can put it out to our customers. We were selling some of these records for 99 cents, $1.99, $2.99 on the high side there. But this record was so plentiful in 1972, I go, where are all these copies coming from? And somebody was actually manufacturing them and putting out and making enough on them, selling them to the cutout manufacturers, that they actually made some money on them. So, a lot of people will have these records and think they're worth a lot of money. Oh, I got this early Beatles record from 1963. But in most cases, they're counterfeit. And I held it up to him and I go, Paul, would you mind signing this? And he goes, I'm not supposed to sign anything. And I turned to him and go, you're Paul McCartney. You can do whatever you want. And he started laughing and he grabbed the Sharpie out of my hand and he signed the record. And I mean, that was amazing. I mean, I was the only person in the room that got a signature.